Hi everyone, and welcome to this new episode of Focus Friday. So today I want to give you an update on the tank progress that I've made since rebooting it at the end of June this year. So that means that the tank has been running for a few months now, and I thought it was a good idea to show you around the things that I've accomplished, the things that I've still yet to accomplish, in creating a nice reef tank for my fish and corals. So to start off, let's start with the content of the tank itself. So the reef structure has been largely rescaped. So as you can see, this part already looks a bit like a reef scape should look like. This part, on the other hand, still has some work to do. This has been like this since, well, basically day one. So it's still just a big pile of rocks. They are quite large rocks, however, so it doesn't look too bad. But this part definitely needs some work to do. So fairly happy with the way this turned out. Also in practice, it works out just great. So there's a lot of flow going through it, and yeah, all in all, I've been fairly happy with the way this is scaped at the moment, and the fish are also swimming through it and above it and below it, so it's just good as it is right now. Considering the insides of the Sump, I thought I'd also give you a quick update. So as you can see, starting now, this tank has a fairly large sump area, which is around 200 liters in the sump itself, and then a RO unit, or a small RO tank, which can supply the sump with fresh water for about 3 days. So that works fine in practice. On the left side you will see the skimmer, of course, which has been doing great since day one, and there is a LED light which is very, very, very bright at the moment. I'll try to see if I can lower the brightness a bit. As you can see, there is Caulerpa taxifolia here. That's a kind of macroalgae which reduces nitrates in the tank. And for the light, that's a part 38 light. It has LEDs inside, and it shines down on the algae. So that works really well. On the other end, you will of course see the return pump. And I just wanted to give you a quick update on the ClariSea filter that you can see in here. So that has been doing its job for the past 2 months. So still, I think it has to. I still have to see if this is the right way to go. Well, it does catch a lot of the dirt in the tank, but I would have expected it to run out of fresh cloth faster than this, since it's just the first roll that I've put on there. And it's already been in there for about 1.5 2 months, maybe even longer than 2 months. So I would have expected it to run out by now, but it's still it's still going. It is an XL roll, so it was a big one, but still, I think it could have gone faster. And there's enough dust in the water for it to filter out of there. So all in all, happy with the thing, but I think it could be better. So that was the update on the Sump that I wanted to give you. It's a quick one, but I don't really have a lot else to share, since there's not a lot of changes since the first time that I've showed you the Sump. There is a big pile of rocks in here as well. For now, I'll just keep those in here. Added extra rock is never a bad thing to have in your tank, so I'll just keep it in there. Also added an extra heater because the chiller slash heater that's outside the tank is just a little under capacity, so that's why I thought let's just add one more heater, also since winter is coming. So back to the tank. Right here you can see the two mandarins swimming together. That's a nice sight to see. So let's show them to you for a while. Very beautiful fish. I've also had these for quite a long time, multiple years, and they have been doing just fine. So yeah, good to see that these little guys are adapting to the tank life in this new tank. So looking at a bigger scale, the tank itself is well finished, mainly finished. So not a lot of things that I still need to do on the tank itself. The net has been completed. I've added an extra piece of plexiglass because the net wasn't quite large enough. And if you look underneath that plexiglass, oh, apologies, you'll also see I've added a extra cover to the overflow box. That is to prevent my leaf nose eel, so the blue eel, to escape, since they are escape artists and will easily escape from the tank if you leave any room for them to escape from. So as you can see, the net itself nicely closes off the entire top of the tank, so that's great. Then I removed all the cables from site, or at least most of them, by adding this piece of cable tray right here, which feeds into this closet over here with a lot of cables in there. So let's just close this again quickly. And then it is controlled by using this DJ switch. It's a 10-port DJ switch. The brand is called Showtech. I'm sure there are others as well, but this one has been doing well for a few. I've been using this one for a long time, so it's great. Very easy way to switch each one of them on and off quickly. So all the power stuff is in order. The light itself is sufficient for now, but I have been thinking about upgrading it, or at least adding a little bit more light. The tank looks very well lit, but on the edges you'll see that the light is just a little bit, well, the capacity is just enough. So I think by adding a little more light, that would definitely benefit the corals. Of course the fish don't mind. This is enough light for the fish, but especially the stony corals on top will appreciate some extra light. That's also why they're on top, since the par values are highest on top. But all in all, for now it's fine. I don't want to change too much at the moment, since the tank is still in kind of a recovery mode from the new, from the fact that I've started it in June. So it is still a pretty immature tank, as I've highlighted in my previous videos as well. So the tank will need quite some time to adapt. So that's actually most that I wanted to share with you on the the update over the last few months. Equipment wise, I haven't changed a lot. I had these two gyres to start with, or actually the one, but I've added another one fairly quickly, and then added on the other end two Jecod SOW15s. These have been running for a few months now, and I'm very happy with the amount of flow and the way the flow is going through the tank at the moment. So no planned changes for that. So actually there's not that much that I'm going to change over the next few months, since that's the last subject of today, is what's ahead. Of course, whenever I see a new coral, I will definitely consider it if it's beautiful enough and attractive enough, also price-wise, to add to the tank. For now, I'm just going to let it mature for a while, give it some time to recover and not change too much, do some water changes in between, especially to remove some of the dust from the rocks. In the close-up shots you will have seen that on certain rocks there's still quite a lot of dust that's gathering over there. It's also a matter of time in removing that, since all this dust eventually has to go from the tank. So on the one hand it's being removed by the filter that I've just showed you, the ClariSea filter. On the other hand, it's good to give it an extra hand by just removing it with a large hose and with a bucket, and then adding some new fresh salt water in the process. So that's it for now. I hope you liked this video, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one next Friday. For now, have a very good weekend, and I'll see you. Bye bye.